This video is to show employees as well as HR managers how to do an enrollment in the HRX system. When the employee logs on, or when an HR manager logs on and goes to the employee dashboard, this is exactly what they see. Over to the left, you see the Human Resource section. In the middle is the Personal Information Center. And as we scroll down to the bottom left-hand corner, you will see the Enrollment Center. In the Enrollment Center, we have a couple of options. We have the option to waive all coverage, which is just what it says, where if you click that button, it means you are not enrolling or interested in any product that the company is offering. Okay, and then enrollment stops. All right. Underneath of that, you see Start Enrollment Process, and clicking that button or text will take you through the entire enrollment process. And you see the products that are being offered, and you can see the yellow button next to them which shows as incomplete. So you'll be taken to the medical plan, then the vision plan, then the discount benefits plan, and so on, all the way through the enrollment. Once you've completed the enrollment, your benefit election form will pop up in which you can electronically sign that. Okay. Now you see also up here, you see in green, the green dot, and then 125 acknowledgement. The 125 acknowledgement is if your employer is offering what's called the cafeteria plan. They are required to have you look at that, acknowledge it, electronically sign it, and so forth. Okay. So we're about to start this enrollment here, and the 125 acknowledgement is in green, which means that I've already done that for you prior to this video. But it's really just a one-step process. You click on it, it says, do you agree? You click yes, and then you'll be able to come back to your dashboard and do your enrollment process. Okay, so I'm going to click on Start Enrollment Process, and the first screen that we're going to get is our medical screen. We see a few things here, like we can see a flyer right here. So if I want to see the details of the plan, I can click on the flyer, pulls up a nice PDF, the plan summary, and I can view that entire document. All right. We also see the summary of what is in the plan summary down here under the orange headers here. So we can see items like deductible, out-of-pocket max, and so forth. And a lot of times those are the most critical. That's the most critical information in making a decision, other than price, of course. And price is up here where we see coverage tier. So I can select on employee only or employee plus spouse and see the difference in pricing. And here it says bi-weekly, but that will change depending on whether you're weekly, bi-weekly, whatever your payroll frequency is, that will change up there, as well as the cost of the plan. And before I move ahead, quickly also note that we do have videos for many of our plans that are usually sponsored by the carrier. Sometimes for self-funded plans we do our own, but these are, of course, sponsored by the carrier. All right. Now, the medical plans are regulated by the ACA or Obamacare. So if I try to decline a medical plan without giving a reason, I'm going to get an alert that says I have to go back and give a reason. All right. So here's the drop down. There's many different possibilities. The most frequent are that you have other coverage or that you have coverage through a spouse. Okay, so if that were the case, I would select that, and then I would come back and submit, and my declination would be effective. However, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to apply for it, so I can show you that it changes colors. I'm getting it for the employee and the spouse of Dave Dawson. I'm going to click Submit. And now I get an alert that says the choice has been processed successfully. I'm going to click OK. And it's going to take me to the next plan in the sequence, which in this case is a vision plan. I also have a flyer up here. I also have my details down here. The only thing that this one doesn't show is the videos. Sometimes we don't have videos. All right, I'm going to go ahead and apply for it. And then it'll take me to the next plan, which is our discount benefits plan. And I strongly recommend discount benefits plans, by the way. A lot of times you as an employee can get up to 50% discounts on things such as dental, vision. So it, in effect, becomes better than getting a dental policy or a vision policy. Also, huge discounts on lab work, x-rays. I know of employees that take advantage, if they're diabetic, they take advantage of the diabetic plan on the discount benefits. It also comes with Teledoc, which is unlimited calls to a doctor, right, at any time. All right, and so many people can have their issues resolved by calling a doctor rather than having a doctor visit them. It's so much quicker, it's so much cheaper, so much more efficient, and it is becoming a huge trend in healthcare. So that being said, here's the best part about it. Employee plus family, $736 biweekly. It's $15.95 a month for your entire family. So think about it. $15.95 per month for your entire family to call a doctor and try to get a diagnosis over the phone. So that's incredible. So anyway, we're going to apply for this, and we'll click Submit, and then that'll take us to another voluntary product, which in this case happens to be Aflac. And you can see here the different tiers. Works just the same as the other products, except we're going to decline this one. And we'll click OK on the alert just to let them know that we've read everything. And we'll decline this one as well. This is the Aflac accident policy. And finally alert. And once we've gone through the entire sequence of products that are being offered to you, up comes your benefit election form. All right, and this is basically the statement that shows all the products you've accepted, and it'll show your pay period total deduction here. And it breaks it out into pre-tax and after-tax as well. And we can see that this person's total pay period deduction would be $195.05. And here's all the lingo down here. Now, when you have this, you simply need to electronically sign it, okay, which I've already gone ahead and done for the purpose of this video. And you'll see a stamp here. But normally you would see a little button here that says electronically sign. You just click on it, and your signature your signature will be electronically stamped and date stamped, okay? Now, you also can print it out for yourself as well, of course, simply by clicking the printer icon anywhere. You can click the printer icon within Adobe, or you can go up and do the file print as well in your browser, okay? All right, so once that is done, if I go back to my dashboard again, you'll come down here and you'll notice that everything is now green, which shows complete. But the other thing is you'll also notice your enrollment data is now here and nicely summarized for you. So I can see here not only my contribution, but I can also see my employer's contribution to my premiums. I can see my eligibility date, the start date of the plan, and whether I've accepted or declined or not, and whether the plan is active. Because a lot of times, just like going through open enrollment, you'll enroll on a certain date, but the plan doesn't take effect till some point in the future, and that's when that active text changes there. Okay. We see the same thing down here for the voluntary products, that we accepted the discount benefits, but we declined both the Aflac products. If you were offering a retirement plan, it would be here. If there was a supplemental minimum essential care package, that would be down here. All right. Now, one of the areas that I definitely do want to talk about is the dependent area. Okay. If you have a dependent that you've enrolled and they're going to be, let's say they're going to be part of your medical plan, because remember we selected employee plus spouse for Dave. So we're going to click here in the dependent section right here. We have dependents. We're going to go here and we're going to look at enroll. Okay. And we're going to select the benefit type. Okay. Well, core benefit types are medical, dental, vision, and life. Okay. So because we're going to first focus on our medical, we're going to click on core. All right. And we can see here that we've got two dependents that I've already enrolled in here for you. But let's say it looked like this, okay, because for most of you it's going to be like this. All right. There'll be a blank box down there, you just simply do this. I'm going to take Maria, who's Dave's spouse. I'm going to drag her down into the box, click OK, and it's done. Now, if I make a mistake, all I have to do is what you saw me do a minute ago, is click delete. It'll remove it, okay? But I know that Maria is Dave Dawson's spouse, so I'm going to leave her in there, okay? All right, now let's also look at the discount benefits, all right, which I got for employee plus family. All right, here we can see that, again, they've already been enrolled in there. I'll delete them just to show you how simple it is again. I'm going to drag both Maria and Jane into this because for discount benefits, I got employee plus family. So I can put my whole family into the discount benefits. All right. Let's see. We also, we declined critical illness and we declined accident. So we're done, actually. So we can just go ahead and close this screen now. Now, you might ask, well, how do I get my dependents' names in there? Okay, so here we're going to come over to the Dependents tab here, and we're going to click on Create, and you see Dave's name there. You just enter as much information as you have. Look, we always like to try to get Social Security numbers. Some carriers require it, others don't. We don't require it in our system, but what you will notice is required. Obviously, the relationship to the subscriber is required. The name, first name and last name, and most importantly, date of birth. Okay, because most carriers will either require they'll either require Social Security number or date of birth. In fact, the IRS does the same thing on the Form 1095-C. All right, and then the gender of the dependent, address, city, state, and phone number. And then another question that's always asked, is the dependent a student? All right, and then for certain voluntary products, for the spouse, is the spouse disabled or unable to work? All right, you just hit confirm. That'll take you next to a screen that'll look like this. If you want to go and check your data, you just click on View Edit. Simple as that, and we can see the dependents in there. So we can see Maria's in there, basic information, okay, as well as Jane, who is the child. All right, and really it's as simple as that. So I hope this video has been helpful, and we look forward to working with you at Worksite HR and HRX.